I'll accept the mission on the system now. Kunai should be calling in. That wasn't even a minute. Now I wonder if this is a mission that people think is too dangerous or not paying enough. Thank you very much for the quick response. I will now explain the mission to the commander. Around 3 hours ago, we were supposed to receive supplies from the shelter that was sent to us airborne. However, the supplies package did not reach the designated area that it should be sent to. Was that due to the snowstorm that often happened around the area? Exactly. These unpredictable snowstorm had blown away the supplies package. We were about to send our retrieval team alongside our M.A.S.S units, but during this time, most of us are out on missions. We will assign you to one area alongside other PMCs as the supplies are quite scattered. Please get rid of any quirks in the area and stand by until our retrieval unit can go over and bring them back. Will do. Thank you very much, Kunai. Commander, whenever you're ready, please head to the pilot seat to start the mission. Retrieve supplies that have been lost out in the snowstorm shelter.
Mission start.
Alright, Commander, the coordinates of the supplies is just ahead of here. But we need to secure a path toward those supplies for the retrieval team as well. Please destroy any quirks in the area. Now if you want to block... Oh, he's down already. You just have to activate aiming mode and face the enemy. There are no more quirks left in the area, Commander. Please proceed to the following coordinates. So on the bottom left, you can see that I have 12 shots left of my missile launcher. That's the E button. And 12 in reserve. We've located the supplies, Commander. Now to take care of the quirks. If I switch now... I've already signaled for a Harrier transport. They're arriving at your location to pick up. I feel like the mission clear has a good transition, but the cutscenes is not a good transition. When I'm saying this, I'm thinking about the Mecha Nightmare or something like that game. Commander, large energy signals detected moving toward the carrier. Please intercept them before they reach the Harrier. Missing a lot. So I was trying to hit this thing, being annoying. All quirk signals have been eliminated, Commander. Great work. It seems all other supplies have been secured as well. You can now return to base. Warhead Pod, Delta Cycler, sometimes the item drops glitch out that way visually, but I'm pretty sure I still get them. Exiting from the pilot controls, you saw Reyna standing right beside you, looking at the monitor, watching her mass return back to headquarters on autopilot. The snowfields would be much nicer if it weren't for all the storms and quirks, don't you think? By the way, Waltz came around just now and mentioned he had something he wanted to talk to you about, Commander. Can you visit him in the armory? I'll be on standby here to see if our mass detects anything that requires attention. Arriving into Waltz's workshop, you notice him working hard, teaching a younger engineer how to use some tools efficiently. He turned around noticing your arrival and took off his safety equipment. Oh, hey there, man. I mean, Commander. I thought you'll be coming later. I just received a call from a somewhat older friend. How do I say this? Okay, let me start again. An old friend of mine was asking around if I knew any PMCs that can accept some work, and I told him I'm currently working in one right now. He's one of the survivors, just like me. He's working in a logistics company in Shelter 5 currently. It's called Molewarp, I think. Anyway, he was asking if we were interested in accepting a job out of WDF systems. No, it's not shady work. Look here, Commander. It was even approved through the WDF systems, but no one's interested in the job for a good long while now. Yeah, I know that most logistic companies had mass units of their own, but I guess Molewarp doesn't. And since we don't always get missions from the WDF, I talked to Reyna about this, and she agreed we could do with more jobs. You're okay with it? Great, I'll tell Reyna right away. You can go relax while we contact Molewarp. Alright, let's see if we have any new parts. Here's one. So now, it would be faster to shift tab, but you can also hit mirror and then it'll automatically equip the other side. So I'm right now selected on right, so it'll automatically equip left with what I was looking at. But I feel it's faster just to switch. Especially if I was going to try doing speed build, I'm assuming that for my fast forwarding sake, it will look better doing it this way. Alright, let's see if there's any other parts. Nothing right away. What we will go ahead and do is I will quickly go and slap on the Titan parts. This will make my mech very, very heavy. The only parts I will keep on are the assault part, or are the parts I just built. But everything else will revise our mech. That way I'll rarely play the same body twice, and every mission will look a little different. This should be the one I just equipped. Yeah, the Assault Mark III, so we'll keep that. This is also the one I just equipped. Yeah, the Assault Mark III. Okay. So we'll keep equipping Titan for everything else. Of course, you can have lopsided mech. Like, I can have a heavy right arm and a heavy left leg. It doesn't matter. But sometimes symmetry is nice. Okay, and let's go ahead and paint our mech. place style, all custom style 1 with dark brown camo. All blue radiance with leaf green glow. All dark blue metal, brown camo. And we'll say, it doesn't tell me which of these are like gunmetal, like how many things are gunmetal. Very brown. Because I know the next mission is in the desert. Development. Not enough resources. Alright. Get out of here. As for our weapons, I think I got a new shoulder pod at least. Okay, so this is... It at least tells me what's new. Somewhat. Okay, we got new claws. So this was not around when I played 2 years ago. Let's go ahead and change that to this one right here. Alright, so we have knife wielding style with claws and guitar wielding style with claws. I'll go ahead and paint this blue since it's frost. I know I could spend a lot more time painting it. I'm sure it would look better if I spent more time on it, but I am also trying to keep pacing in the game. Oh wait, that's a symbol. So what do we have new here? Blast barrel. All right. Looks like this is kind of a shotgun. Okay, we'll try the subsonic buster. This is also new to me. Alright, warheads. Warheads are fantastic. Make the second one a warhead. Do we have anything else projectile-wise? No. Alright, so we've fine-tuned our mech just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and proceed on. Commander, you heard from Waltz already, right? About Mole Warp company that we'll be working with? I've talked with their director and ran a background check. Everything is clean, Commander. Basically, Mole Warp wants us to clear out some quirks in the area they are using to transport goods. I have Mr. Andrew, their director, on contact. I'll have you listen in on the mission briefing, Commander. Raina pressed a few buttons from her desk. You could see a transmission is being sent on screen. A few seconds later, an image of a man in his 30s popped up. Looking friendly, the man lowered his head in greetings. Thank you very much, Miss Raina, and good day to you, Commander. At least for giving me a chance to talk to you about this. Let me introduce myself one more time. My name is Andrew Ryan. I'm the founder and director of Mole Warp Logistics. We accept all transportation jobs, mostly through land, and will be anywhere for all packages. Now you might have a question. Why don't land logistic companies like us have our own mass escort unit? We actually do, but they are out of commission. Can't say much about details, but we can't use our mass right now. A few weeks ago, we had received a commission to transport some items to a dangerous area in the desert. We don't know why our commissioner wanted us to go through that hardship as well. May I ask who's commissioning you, and what are the dangerous areas you mentioned about just now? We can't accept a mission of high risk seeing we're just a new PMC. I'm sorry, but it is policy to never reveal the commissioner unless we're forced to. The location, however, we can't talk about since you need to know it for the work. You will be heading through the Algerah Desert, an ancient battlefield from the ages of war. It's still a minefield out there, and your mission is to clear a path for us to be able to move through safely, be it mines or quarks. Are you saying the EMP mines over there still work? This will prove difficult, Commander. We might need to reboot the connection if you're hit by one of those things. Unfortunately, yes. We don't know why our Commissioner wants us to take this path as well, but I assure you, our Commissioner is someone that's doing this for the sake of the world. Well, the Commander says he'll be fine. We accept the offer, Mr. Andrew. Let's set up a date and time for your convoy, and we'll send our M.A.S.S in. Clear our quarks from the area to secure safe routes for the Molewarp Logistics Company. So we'll do one more mission like this where I kind of just build with whatever I find on the battlefield, and then we'll power up off camera.
Mission start.
That's quite a lot of quarks in the area, Commander. Be careful of the EMP mines as well. It'll take time to reboot your M.A.S.S. Wave cannon. Doesn't really seem to do a lot of damage. With a shotgun. More quarks bit coming, Commander. A lot more. Being hit with the mine just basically knocks you unconscious for, we'll say, like 3 seconds or so. It's not severe. You've defused all the mines in this area. Please head to the next. You gotta walk around until the mines pop up. And you'll see it on the mini-map probably before you ever see it on the game map or game world.
Mission clear.
I've detected no more quirks in the area. Please remain on standby until more arrives. Welcome back. I've just confirmed with Mr. Andrew that everything on their side is perfect. Well, you stayed back and waited until they finished their business. I think you're trying to earn some favor with them, right? Mr. Andrew had high hopes for us, he mentioned. Would it be alright if I got a work contract with them as an outsourced PMC while they look for new pilots for the logistics company? That's okay? Great. I'll contact them immediately. You walked into the same old room where your armor craftsman and his crew is working in. Catching you in sight, Waltz motioned the other workers to continue their works while he walked over to you. Yo, Commander, the mission was a great success, right? Thanks to you, my debt to Andrew is somewhat paid. What? You want to know more about the relationship between me and the man? That's embarrassing, you know? Alright, I'll speak up as thanks for accepting the sudden job. You knew of the Shelter 13 incident, right? That one where the Quarks hit hard enough to break down the walls one day, with not enough mass units that can travel overseas, it came down to total destruction? You see, I was one of the survivors of that place. It was a chaotic event and lots of people died when the Quarks were able to breach the walls into the city. Don't make that face, Commander. I've got over those days. You started to make me not want to tell you stories. Okay, continuing. Andrew was a volunteer during those days, piloting survivors to other shelters on a carrier plane. I was on his vehicle during the incident and with nowhere to go, asked if I could help him with his work. I think I was a manager in Warp at the time. Nowadays, he's the owner already. Well, he accepted me and some other guys with the same situation started training us like mad. But hey, I was able to become an apprentice engineer to Uncle KO with his recommendation, so I owe the man a lot. When he suddenly called me a few days ago, I was surprised, but I'm glad we could help him. As Waltz was about to continue, a younger engineer came up to him with some documents. Waltz skillfully pulled a pencil from his pocket and scribbled something on the documents. It looks like he'll be busy with a while for his work, so you excuse yourself. Let's see if there's any new armor pieces. Here's one. The Titan 3. We'll go and keep the Assault Mark III just because we built that on camera. Commander, I've just finished talking with Warp a few minutes ago. The deal is secured. We'll be helping them out with various missions until they're able to find someone to take over from their side. That means we'll have a secure source of income, Commander. It's good news considering our position as a newcomer into this industry. Also, they mentioned of a persistent order that is usually taken by PMCs that have some free time available. I'll look up for more information about the orders in the briefing room. You should take this time thinking, Commander. We've just faced some ancient weaponries, and they did not harm those Quarks at all. I insist we both look up and study more information about those things, Commander. There should be a lot of information available in the archives. If not, I'll ask WDF for access for both of us. Saying that, Rina's eyes seemed to light up. She quickly walked back into her room, leaving you standing alone in the reception area. Went ahead and gave the mech new paint, and we're going on to the next mission. Commander, since you're here, let me tell you about the offer we received from Warp. For the first offer they've given us, we'll be sent into the area in the Algerah Desert once more, but this time it'll be a much safer place with no EMP mines. As I said before, what they wanted for us to keep that pathway safe. We can even say this is a search and destroy mission. Find any Quarks in the area, get rid of them. It's that simple of a mission, Commander. Also, quarks have always been detected moving around the area, so this is an offer that can be taken as many times as possible. It's basically it's called a hunt mission. You can just do this as just to get resources. Incoming transmission from the WDF. This is Reyna from the Mech Marauders speaking. Sorry if this is abrupt, Reyna, but an emergency came up. We are now broadcasting to all PMCs that are free, so I contacted you guys immediately. Our scouts have noticed abnormal levels of void particle concentration in Nyuya Path. In a few hours, they'll surely be swarming onto us. The image on screen changed into a map with hordes of red dots, large and small. You notice there are readings of void particles that are growing by the second. Look, I'm cutting things short for now. Please start preparing immediately. I'll continue talking while you do so. Acknowledged. How about the Valkyries? That's the one working under direct commands of WDF, right? I thought you've got lots of pilots over there. How big is this quark wave exactly? That's why I mentioned abnormal levels. We don't know how many or how strong they will be, but we expected something like when Shelter 13 was attacked. A lot of the Valkyries are out on missions around the world as well, and they all won't return in time. They need to be refueled and stock up an ammo as well, so it would be best to have all hands from every place available to help us until we can stabilize the situation. What's more important is that there are research facilities located all around the area. They're protected by a small void canceller within the old bunkers, but it's dangerous this time. We would like to evacuate all the researchers in those places. What we'd like you to do is head out and intercept the quarks before they reach those places. We'll not put you in a dangerous situation. Just stand ground within your area and destroy any quarks you see. However, if the situation changes, please respond to them accordingly. If there's too much to handle, state them immediately and start retreating. Your safety comes first. Agent Kunai, the commander and his system are ready for deployment. Send us the coordinates immediately. We'll talk more about traveling. Thank you very much. Help the WDF and Valkyrie PMC in repelling the quarks wave around Shelter 9. Alright, so we went hunting, and if people want to see that, I'll have a separate episode where all the hunting is combined at the very end of the campaign.
Mission start.
Commander, just go through this passage and you'll reach the distress signal. It's lucky we're in the area just right beside it. Who knew that a defense mission would turn into a rescue mission? Commander, quarks detected in the area. We need to get rid of them first. I hope the owner of the distress signal is still alright. Commander, just around this corner and you'll reach a large opening. Over there, Commander, centering the M.A.S.S onto your visuals and connecting comms. Yo, are you the help I requested? We're from the Mech Marauders for your distress signal. Wait, you're the Valkyrie's leader, Miss Nyuya? Save it for later. There's too many quarks in the area and I need support. So far, I think there's about 3 ranged enemies I've encountered, and they're all pretty dangerous if you're not paying attention to them and they are able to send volley after volley against you. Commander, high-energy quarks moving your way. Multiple of them. More incoming. my fire melee weapon is a spear. One of the things I unlocked is the ability to do quantum break. It's just basically when I charge up by hitting enough targets in close combat, I can stand still in battle for 3 seconds or so and become a little more powerful for a short duration.
Mission clear.
Commander, most of the areas are now secured. They're sending more people your way. Whew, that's a great showing out there. Say, what was your name again? Whatever, you're quite a strong one. Here to join us, Valkyries? Please, Miss Neon, we have our own company over here. I was just joking. I owe you a big one, Mech Marauders. I'll send my thanks your way.
I hope seeing my enhanced performance is worth it. So what this indicates is I get 50% of Blitz handle, but I already had it complete, so I just get what I assume is 84 credits instead. A few days after the incident up north, where you have been on standby as an extra countermeasure against more quarks, you walked into your base, hearing some people talking in the reception area. Are you certain about this, Miss Neon? Walking to the door, you hear a faint but distinct sound of your operator. Pushing the door open, you saw a face that was with you just a few days ago. Oh, is that the commander in his flesh and blood? You look better than I expected. No wonder this girl chose to come here with you. Huh? What are you saying, Miss Neon? Right, Commander, let me introduce our guest. This is Miss Neon Kinnear of the Valkyries and her assistant, Miss Aang Ledienne. Reyna showed her hands toward the two sitting across her in the reception hall. One is a tall and sports an athletic look with her hair tied behind. This must be the leader you've heard for a long time. She shifted her body to the left, motioning for you to sit right across Neon herself. Looking sideways while taking a seat, you somehow felt more relaxed with the other guests as she smiled back towards you. Hello again, Commander. As I mentioned, your skills are quite remarkable. You came just in time to save my ass. Neon, language. That's not the sole reason we are here, right? Ah, right. Well, can you explain to the Commander for me like you did to Rihanna here just now? Sure thing. Commander of the Mech Marauders, we were just discussing about the recent events with Rihanna here, and how you could help us. As you might have noticed while working over there, there are not enough M.A.S.S that are operational in emergency times. And that last mission was quite taxing on us. Many of our M.A.S.S are being sent for repairs, and it would take a while for us to get back to our full capabilities. So Neon here and I are asking all the PMCs that had responded to our help to lend us a hand, further while we focus on reparations. Would you be willing to accept this deal? This would mean we'll have more work assigned to us from the WDF, themselves as well as being subcontractors for Valkyries. I'd say it's a shockingly good deal for us, almost too good to be true. As I said, you've shown your promise out there, and we're willing to give you this opportunity. You think about it for a few seconds. Truly an opportunity for everyone here at your PMC, and since there's nothing better to help in progressing, you decided to accept this agreement. Very well, thank you for your cooperation. Aang stood up and held out her hands with Rihanna following. Aang suddenly pulled out a stack of documents near her feet. You never noticed them somehow, even when they're really stacking high. We will need you to sign all these. You quickly looked towards Rihanna, who's smiling wryly. Then something came to your mind. You remembered you gave her the approval to sign anything for the company. Seems she knows what you're thinking. You nodded to Rihanna's face that was turning to a frown with every nod you had. Fine. Miss Aang, I'll take care of all of these. Mind if we move on to my office? That will be no problem at all. But would it be fine for only the two of us to be there? It seems my dear commander would like to speak something in private with yours. Rihanna turned to Neon, whom you had just noticed looked a bit more serious than before. She stood up and motioned for Aang to follow. The two walked off towards the briefing room in no time. Well, always a helping hand that girl is. So, Commander of the Mech Marauders, I've been looking up your information on why you slipped the hands of us Valkyries. I would have noticed someone like you and personally recruited you after your trainings. You're actually on my checklist, you know? I'm really curious to know why someone with such high grades and training skills such as you graduated and created your own PMC the instant they finished training. You'll make a fine pilot for us, you know. That girl of yours as well, Rihanna. She had some really high grades in her training. Both of you are like aces from different departments. Since this is not a secret, you told Neon about how your friend suddenly visited you one day and asked if you'd like to operate a PMC yourself with their funding. It's a dream for you to be able to help protect Shelter 7 where you grew up. So a friend showed up one day, asked for you and Rihanna's help in creating PMC, and you just accepted? Man, I thought I was the crazy one, but you're on another level. Now I wonder for what reasons would they have to spend all this much money to build up a nice facility for you. You even had an electric catapult, and your M.A.S.S is very well tuned. By the way, I really like what you do with your armor parts and weapons efficiency. When we were in battle together, you both had a really long talk about the mission that just happened. It seemed that Neon is more of a battle maniac than you thought, judging by her excitement describing each scene. Well, you're not one to back down as well. Before you knew it, hours had already passed. I knew you were having fun, Neon, but I think it's time to go home now. We'll miss the last shuttle if you both continue. Looking up, you see Rihanna and Ain sitting at a table nearby. It seemed you both had too much fun talking that you did not notice these two had been listening on you both for a while. Oh, right. Well, then I'll see you later. I'll send some missions your way the moment I get back to headquarters. No worries about that, Miss Neon. Since we had the time you both were talking, Miss Ain and I had already finished some documents on the missions and signed some more contracts already. Miss Ain was really well prepared. Like she knew you two would take quite some time, so she had some mission documents readied with her. Well then, good luck to you, Commander. Nice to see you. See you later. Neon stood up, shook hands with you one more time, and left with Ain following behind. Quite a talk you had there, Commander. I wonder where and what our friend is doing right now. Haven't seen her in ages already. I remember she came to check only a few times.